Good afternoon, Internet. I am your host, HazelBlaze89. Welcome. City Skylines 2. We're in Blackshire again today. Hi, Shadow. I'm petting the dog really quick. He's a good puppy. We are in Blackshire again today, and I want to come over here in Kennington and do some things to the city. I want to kind of buff up some of our residential, because we have these beautiful neighborhoods down here, but we have these giant squares that I want to fill in with residential. We can kind of have some lore going on, wherein, let's say, these used to be farmland, right? This used to be farmland, but the farmer sold it to some developers or something. And so what we've got is a classic case of, you know, redevelopment, people turning things into places where people live, which probably makes a lot of people mad, but that's what we're gonna do. So I hope everyone's having a great day so far. I'm a little groggy this morning, but I did wake up and have a nice, delightful breakfast. Grits and eggs. Let's come off of this at a 90-degree angle. And we're gonna just kind of do that. Yeah, that seems about fine. And then what we'll do is we'll just kind of come off this way, I think. So we can have little, what we're gonna have to do, let's for now put some pads down so we can kind of prevent zoning where I don't want zoning. Yeah. Well, something like that. That should work. That should be just fine. And then I think I like the idea of maybe getting another entry into the area right out here. So what we'll do, just do that. Just multiple points of entry into this little area over here, which I think will be fine. So here's what we'll do. Let's grab you again and try to come out like so. Yeah, that'll give us another couple zoning squares. And I don't think that this will be too dense, to be honest. So, but what we could do is we have these beautiful little cul-de-sacs. So that's not going to work because it takes that zoning off here. But what we'll do is just try some of these things out, which is totally fine. And I completely deleted that street, which is not what I wanted to do. Let's just drop back as best we can. So it's nothing too special, nothing too crazy, but what I think it kind of proves is that we have the need for speed. So how about, let's check our districts really quick. All right, we're good. We're golden. So what we're going to do, we're going to use some of the fun low density waterfront housing for these areas, but I'm going to be kind of thoughtful with how I do this, with how I zone these in. Same situation. Let's put you here, and we're going to remove off of that road. And I think we may remove off of here as well. Yeah, that gives us our squares where we want our squares. Alright, yeah, we are ready to rock and roll. So let's just go ahead and put some homes in here. Just some smaller homes. I'm not going to go any larger than a 3 by whatever. So where we have something like, say, these blocks right here, I don't actually think I want to zone out all the way. I don't even want to do a 4 by 4. I want to keep it kind of small and respectful for this area. Kind of think of it like a little country neighborhood, right? A little country neighborhood. I'm curious as to where this is zoning. So this is zoning off Blade Lane here, but I think we can manipulate the zoning just a hair. So let's see what we can do for that. Yeah, first of all, let's go ahead then and put zoning here. We're gonna zone in like so, and then I think we can delete it. And then let's grab this, put it right here, and then we can zone that and delete the path. So yes, there we have it. just some casual fun zoning here on this wonderful day upon which you're watching this video. Because I'm recording it on a different day than it releases, so I don't want to like presume you're watching it on a day that you're not watching it. You know, I want to be respectful of your timetables. So yeah. Ooh, I want to remind you that feel free to leave a like on the video, like and subscribe if you feel so inclined to do so. Helps the channel and helps with engagement and helps get our stuff out to more people. And we are 5 subs away at the time of recording this video from the grand hundo. And I'm not sure what I'll do, but I want to do something special for 100 subscribers. So, let me know what you all would like to see. So here's what we can do as well. we're gonna put some homes on this road right here. Kind of the same thing. Let's just do 3x3s, I think, and then we'll come down here and do something like that. Something like that. Oh, something like that. That'll be fine. I need to like make sure that I get out of the habit of just over zoning. I freak out when I see empty spaces, I think, and it makes me want to just put everything in. Zone everything in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add, can we add a recycling center? We can add a recycling center out here. And I actually think that's something that I want to do. Perhaps we could add it this way. Or probably out here would be a little more appropriate. Because I want to, as we're out here, I want to make sure that we have all of our... We have our police station. We're going to select our operating district. And we're going to choose Kennington. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to choose Kennington. Alright. Yeah, so that's something that I've definitely neglected to do. We need to select operating districts. Alright, cool. So I think that covers all of that. What we need to do now, like I said, is we need to fix some of... We need to fix this right here. Yeah. I want to get garbage processing out specifically for this area. So what I think we'll do is we just had a huge influx of cash. Our money is skyrocketing, and that's fine by me. I love it. I kind of like the idea of making this road here like a 2-lane coming off, and where we can kind of build more density off of that. But I think actually let's come down a little bit further from that. So here's what we'll do. We'll grab our 2-lane. We're gonna do a little something like this. Let's just go. Let's turn on our grid again. Ready to come off. Let's go. Let's go about. Oh, it's because it's throwing cool. Okay, I was confused. Let's go. Let's just go 200 meters on either side of our 4-lane, like so. Like that. All right, that's fine. And then what we'll do, we'll just kind of have a nice big sweeping curve off in one direction, not the band, but the actual way I'm doing this. And then something similar down here. And I imagine that these roads will all like connect and converge. It'll be a big loop. But what I'm thinking. Let's check our districts again. Let's expand our districts all the way down here to encompass our brand new 2-lane. The road, not the college. Sorry for the puns. But I do like a good pun every now and then. Put your best puns down in the comments. I want to read them. I want to have a hearty chuckle. So there's that. So what we want to do is I'm going to come down here and we're going to actually, let me see it. Do we have any more resources out here? We do. I built right on ore, which is pretty nifty. Then we have this whole extra land for farming over here. So what I think we'll do is we'll have our recycling center on this side. So So let's go ahead. We're going to grab our alleyway because I love working with the alleyways. They're very unobtrusive. If that makes sense. They do kind of provide a nice aesthetic. We're gonna do that, and we're going to, I think what we'll do is we'll just come straight down like so. That didn't work. So we're gonna come straight down off this grid like that. There we go. That's mo better. We're gonna grab our recycling center and we're gonna place it. And then I'm going to come here and encompass our recycling center, at least on one side, because I think this thing has upgrades. It do have upgrades. So that's our recycling center. So let's go to here, select operating districts, and we're gonna choose Kennington as our operating district. So let's just double check. So the way you can double check this, you just open the districts tab and you see all your local services here on this district. So we have fire, police, death care, recycling center. I want to take a look and see what we can do, maybe in regards to healthcare as well. But we'll get there when we get there. I kind of want to round this corner off, and then we will do this. Click, click, click. Would you look at that? All right, and so now what we can do, we're gonna grab this and we're going to kind of hug this road here. Ooh. Let's try that again. So what I like to do if I want to get like a sweeping curve like this is I'll just kind of follow the curve as best I can, and then just kind of use close dots placed together, because they're still straight segments, but from a distance, because of math or whatever, it looks like a curve, and it's pretty nice, and I like it. I can appreciate that. Alright, so we have our recycling center out here. I kind of want to place some parking out in front, so if people need to come and, you know, drop garbage off recycling, they can do that. So where is that? That's in our roads tab. It's in the roads tab, you silly goose. It's okay. Sometimes it's okay to be a silly goose. I'm going to place a road. Let's place a road here, and that should give us the ability. Yeah. There's some parking lots out here. Nothing too crazy, but I like the aesthetic of having some parking. And then what we can do is I'm going to turn off all these except maybe right angle. That's not gonna work. Okay, well never mind, because I can't actually do what I wanted to do. Silliness. I could turn anarchy on, but it's that key button, that button combination is just not something I feel like doing right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something similar to this over here, maybe a little more packed in. So what I like the idea of doing, let's grab our alleyway road again, and here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to find this. We're gonna go 48. We're gonna find that again. I'm just coming off the where the bubble around the road is. I'm just kind of making the edge of that circle hit the edge of the tiles that I want to not that I want, and it should make it even. So this should be a 56 unit curve, and it is, and it looks great like that. I really like the way that how you can do that. So what we'll do, let's just come and get a straight. Let's come off this middle there, do something like this, and then what we'll do, something like this. Yeah, something like that. So now what we have, we've got this more fancy-ish type neighborhood out here. And so what we'll do is we'll kind of turn off some of these things. Yeah. Have ourselves a fun little neighborhood. Just with some winding roads going here and there, and you know. Like I said, a little more dense in this area, in this little corner of Kennington. with nothing egregious, right? So it's not terribly, it's not like super overzoned, but it does get the job done. So what I like the idea of doing is maybe grabbing some commercial. Let's turn that interface down just a touch. Getting some commercial, just putting it on little corners, right? Little corner stores every now and then, kind of like how we did over here. Kind of like the look of. It reminds me of, like I said, the city is based on, or the name of the city is based about where, kind of where I'm from, a city that I grew up, a little township, so to speak. Let's go for, yeah, that'll work. And I'm actually gonna do this as well because I want zoning on the side roads and not the main roads. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our low density waterfront housing again here. Alternatively, we might get by with doing some EU low density. I think I like the idea of changing it up. So we're gonna do some 2x, some 2x3s. We're just gonna see what this looks like over here. Just kind of, you know, like I said, shaking things up. And I think it'll be pretty cool, actually. I think having the different types of zoning, the different aesthetics, will be kind of nice. So that's the thing too. Don't be afraid to mix and match. You know, they've given us the ability to select both at the same time, but I really want to make sure that I'm doing one or the other right now. So let's actually come back here. We're gonna delete. Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna delete that so that comes up the way we want it to, and we're just gonna continue zoning out like so. Using our, like I said, our EU zoning type. Let's go and remove zoning from here because I want this right like that. Yeah, perfect. And then we're gonna grab a nice 3x3. Okay, perfect. That zones up exactly like I wanted it to. All right, so let's remove zoning here and then delete that. Okay. Then I think actually what we can do, something like this. I think that makes more sense, actually. I think that feels a little better. Yeah. Just some 2x3s here. Let's get a nice wide home. Yeah. I'm having a good time. Just changing things up. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. And then we'll have a little home here on the corner. And then maybe a little slightly larger home there. I want to make sure that I'm getting the inside of the zoning grid of the neighborhood first, rather than the outer edges. So let's continue doing what we are doing. Yeah, and I'm going to come back with our tree brush and paint down some trees, so it'll be a little less barren, kind of in these areas. That's one thing that I kind of like to do is trees, filling in some of the gaps of trees. I feel like it makes it a little more organic looking. Even in some of our, some of our gridded areas we've got, I feel like the like a tree brush or a nice path or a nice swath of greenery kind of makes the difference sometimes. Really makes it an area come to life. But yeah, so here we are. We're just like I said, we're just focusing in here on Kennington today, making sure that some of our I's are dotted and some of our T's are crossed. And I think I'm liking the way that this is all coming together, to be honest. I feel like I've neglected this area of the cities for a while, and it's not good. All right, so let's go back and check our North American stuff so we don't forget later. So now all we'll do, we're gonna grab our tree brush. Oh, that's not a tree brush. We're gonna grab our landscaping tools, go to our vegetation. Because I have the mods, we're gonna place multiple trees. We're gonna choose our wild deciduous first, and we're going to, let's lower our brush strength just a touch. Yeah. Oh, alternatively, let's do this. We're gonna remove these pads back here because we don't need them anymore. We're gonna choose trees of all different ages here, and we're just gonna zone them in. And where I'm not too concerned with the circle that the circle's turning red. It doesn't bother me that much. Because I could turn anarchy on, but then I'll have trees and whatnot bursting through buildings and coming out of roads, and that's not a thing that I want to do. That's not exactly something that I want to happen. think what I'm gonna have to do out here is, I think, either find the elementary school we placed, if we placed one, I can't remember to be honest, or build one. When we can make that a thing after we get done painting out our trees. They don't actually see one out here, so we might do that after a while. So let's actually up our brush strength for our conifers, so our spruce, our pines, trees of that type of variety. And we're going to, same thing, just kind of come through, brush them out just a hair, like so. And again, as these trees grow up, they'll fill out the areas. So remember, like whenever we painted these trees in, they weren't this height. They were all little babies. Or varying ages, you know. Let's do some of that. And then we're going to, let's actually remove some of those. And we're gonna make sure that we have little pops of color. I love mixing these tree brushes, right? And I'd love to be able to select both of them instead of just one. I love the way, like, you know, so like it's autumn in the city, so we have like autumn oaks, and we have trees like this that are green. Just the diversity of color makes me happy. So I've been looking at our orchard, or apple orchard over here. So I want to do something similar to what I did with our area over here. And I don't know if y'all saw this on the video, but I have the texturing underneath the trees where they're not forested, so it kind of looks like kind of lived in, like autumn, you know, trees. And the bottom of a forest isn't pure green like this, especially if it's like a thicker thing. But I feel like having, where is it? It's over here. Zooming around the map. Sorry, guys. I feel like it would make sense for us to have some sort of like texturing underneath the orchard. So let's do that. Let's go here. We're going to choose our surfaces. And these are surfaces by Sully as well. So there are ground surfaces. And I think what I'm going to do, we could choose the riverbed thick or the riverbed thin. But I think I like the idea of using the thin like we did over at our forestry area. So let's grab this. We're gonna just follow the road as best we can. Yeah, let's just come all the way down to this main road here. Ooh, sorry, I'm zooming all over the map. I don't want to give anybody a headache. That would be very sad. I would be kind of upset with myself. Unintentionally causing pain. Let's do this, and then we're gonna come straight down. Ooh. Alright, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to grab this corner as best I can and get it as close to our farming area as possible. A similar situation over here. Something like that. I think that does it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually add a couple more apple trees, just to kind of fill the area out. And what I might do as well is grab a fence and bring a fence around. At least right here and maybe right here. I think it'll be fine this way. Did our house despawn for some reason. Alright, so let's do this. We're going to find our apple tree. We're going to grab a single. And we're going to add all of them but the elderly tree, and we're gonna just place these kind of by hand. I don't think this warrants tree brush or tree line tool, so we're just adding a few here and there, honestly. Yeah, something like that. It kind of really bring the area together. Yeah, this is nice. And again, I definitely want to have like a massive detailing episode at some point. Because I feel like that would be, I think that would just be a fun, different change, like a change of pace. A different change of pace. Why is this not deleting? There we go. Alright, I was confused for a second. Just a little bit of something that I think would be kind of fun and unique. Maybe a giant super time-lapse type situation. But let me know what you guys think. I want to keep everyone in the community kind of as involved as they would like to be, and give you guys options on what you want to see on the channel. So let's add you here, and here. All right. So now what we're gonna go to this menu, our extra assets. We're gonna go to our net lanes. We're gonna try for our fence net lanes, and then we're gonna find one that I think will work good in this area. But before we do that, I'm gonna need some coffee. Just a moment while I take a sip here. Yummy, yummy coffee. I think I like this little picket fence here. So we're gonna grab you. We're gonna just come all the way down like so, and I'm just gonna. This road is curved. Okay, that's fine. We'll just have nice long stretches of fencing, like so. And then we can come back and check our handiwork after a while. Alright, let's turn off some of these things. Let's turn off that, and we're going to... What do we need to do? Snap to nearby geometry. Perfect. Alright. So it's kissing the road just a little bit, but I think that's fine. I didn't want to... There we go. Alright, so now we have a picket fence all the way around our new, well, expanded apple orchard with some detailing underneath it, which is totally cool. I think what we could do, let's expand this area as well. Let's see where we're at. This is just a chicken farm. Yeah. So let's kind of bring this out as far as we can over to the boundaries of our buildable area with that. And I think I want to add one, I kind of want to add another one on the other side as well. But like I said, we have this whole area of farmland. So if we go, let's go back to our resources menu, turn it on. So you can see all the yellow here. We have this huge amount of farmland here. Then we have this huge amount of ore as well. So actually, here's what we could do since we're out here. Actually, I need to not get distracted. What we need to do is look at our schooling for this area. So we don't have a school, I don't think. I don't think we have a school out here. We have a fun little diner kind of in the middle of nowhere. But now it's not in the middle of nowhere anymore because development. So let's think about grabbing a school. I think we need it. Yeah, we need schools. We desperately need schools. So let's grab an elementary school, like the regular one. Where can we place this bad boy? Kind of like the idea of having it close to our main road. And I think I like the idea of maybe having it right here on an angle. So that's what we'll do. We're going to place it right here on an angle like that. It's not connected to anything right now, which is totally fine. But what we can do, we're going to grab our... Let's do something unique. I think we can come off a couple of units here. Let's do that. We're going to delete you. Actually, we can't. What we'll need to do is we'll need to draw this road directly next to that. And we're going to delete you. And that gives us space. All right, perfect. And then we're going to go another 40 units on either side. And then what we'll do is we're going to come straight down like so. And I think we're going to leave this the way it is, actually. And then I think what we'll do, let's grab ourselves a playground. We want to add a playground to the front of the school or to the back of the school. I don't think it makes any sense whatsoever for an elementary school's playground to be at the front. So I think what we'll do is we will just place some of these bad boys. And then we will place some of these bad boys. Alright. Probably overdid it with the building the school, like because of how small it is, but I think it's fine. So let's actually think what we could do. Let's make this an area, okay? So we have in our parks menu, we have sports parks. I like the idea of grabbing some of these things. So let's grab a basketball court. I think I want to add a basketball court back in the back of where this is. So let's grab you. And then I think what we'll do, I'm just going to come off this way a little bit. Perhaps. Okay, I want the... Hey, we're milestone 12. We're a large city. We've earned $30,000 and we've got a ton of expansion points. Development points. So if we go to our progression panel, we're like 2/3 of the way done until we reach Megalopolis, which is pretty cool. I'm glad that we hit this milestone. That makes me happy. I'm a happy fellow. And it's all possible for our sponsors like you. I'm just kidding. Our channel is not sponsored yet. We're thriving on community engagement, which is awesome, which is exactly how I want it to be. I don't want, yeah, I'm not sponsored. That was a joke. So let's do this. All right, let's place, I want to place it. Okay, so I know what I need to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. We're gonna add a road here. I do have the strength to do it. It's gonna work perfectly. Why are you not snapping? There we go. Alright, so we're gonna add that to there. And then I think what we'll do, let's see if we can't add anything else back here. Just some little funsies, fun stuff. We could add a football field, but I don't think a football field makes too much sense next to our... next to an elementary school, because normally elementary schools don't have football stadiums. My elementary school actually had a baseball field, which I don't actually see as an asset, which is kind of sad, to be honest, but it's okay. And we also have all of these spaces out here that I want to get in at some point. So, but what we could do in lieu of a baseball stadium, we could add a tennis court. Now you may be asking yourself, Hazel Plays, how do you feel about tennis? And to which I would reply, you know what? Not my favorite sport. I just don't find it interesting. But I cannot knock those who do enjoy tennis. I have several good friends who played tennis in school. They were very good at it. Very good at it. Alright, so we're gonna do that. That's just fun. I like that. It looks funky, but you know what? I think it'll be fine. It's not gonna be fine. I'm gonna have to move this whole thing. So let's move it. Move it. We're gonna turn on all of our snap twos. And I think I want it to be, let's get it over on this side. I think that's fine. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. We're gonna grab our alleyway again, put it up right next to the building, like so. Yeah. Nope. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now we'll grab our tennis court again. Yeah, we'll do this. Do I want it kind of poking out like this? I think I do. So what we'll do now, ooh, hi there. Yes, delete. We're gonna add some parking in this area because an elementary school needs parking. And what we'll do is we're going to grab our parking spaces, and I think what we'll do is get a long, nope, that's a little too big. I think we'll just get a couple of medium-sized parking lots adjacent to one another. Coffee time, just a second. I'm actually going to slide these over a tile because I don't like the way that the one at where the roads converge kind of met up. That's not what this is about. This is about the parking lots cooperating the way they need to cooperate. So, that's what we'll do. We're gonna just do some detailing. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna add some hedges. I like the aesthetic of a hedged parking lot. It makes me happy. Yes. This is definitely angled. So let's remove some net lanes and we're going to try this again. Alright, let's try that again. Oop. Oop. There we go. Alright. We're just gonna go straight. And we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do this. Oh, come on now. Cooperate. There we go. All right, then we'll delete this little segment. And it looks kind of like it's bowing out. But you know what? I don't mind. So, yeah, we have a fun little elementary school. We still have... Ooh, I know what we could do. Let's take our surfaces. Alternatively, I think we could do surfaces here. Alas, we cannot. Are they here? They're here. We're gonna get our services, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna expand our services out in these areas out in front of the school, because I feel like that makes more sense for them to be kind of expanded out rather than. So let's just do that. Alrighty, so we have that, and I think what we could do, they have benches and stuff, which is kind of nice. What I'd like to find is to see if they have this. Let's go to our landscaping menu. Let's look for some of our new through some of our asset tabs instead of having to find it. And right off the bat, I do see exactly what I want. Let's get a gazebo out front. Why not? I think I like that. Just a fun little area right here. Delightful. This could be like a fun little community or a fun little sit down area for the school, or for where people kind of waiting, or for teachers to watch students as they're playing ball in the front yard there. But we have a school out here that's servicing Kennington, so that's awesome. And we're gonna need to go through and take a look at some of our educational needs, because as like we saw in our info view, if I could remember what to call it, our education is really bad. It's terrible. So what I'm gonna do is we're going to like over the next several episodes, we're going to go through our districts. We're going to make sure that everything is the way that it ought to be in regards to districts and stuff, and we will figure it all out. So friends, I want to thank you all so much for joining me on this episode. Thank you for your likes, comments, subscribes. They all mean a ton. They'll help out a whole lot. Thank you for your continued support. We're almost at the 100 sub milestone, which is a big deal. I'm really excited about it. I want to try to do something special for it. So in the comments down below, let me know what you'd like to see. Again, I'm in the works. I'm considering bringing stuff on the channel. But with all that said, all of that out of the way, thank you again for so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.